Yes, I'm interested in PRP. Do you have any PRP injections? I would like to book one next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Hello, everyone. So OpenAI released the real-time API last month, and I've seen quite a lot of tutorials around which teach you how to use it for inbound calls. But in this one, we are going to look at how you can use it for outbound calls. Let's go. So what we're trying to build here, we're trying to build a real-time API assistant which can initiate outbound calls. So this can be used for sales. You can use it to call a single party or multiple parties at the same time. So this can be a very powerful sales agent. So what it can do, it can talk to the clients, it can sell stuff. In our example, we'll take example of plastic surgery services. And it will log details, and it can be used to log details to a Google Sheet or other tools as well. And the tools that we'll be using here would be WebSocket, which is used for real-time communication, and also Fastify server and Twilio API. And this code is based on the code that OpenAI released. So we've made some changes to it. So I would definitely recommend to check out the code that OpenAI real-time devs have posted on GitHub, and also watch a video to get used to how they talk about building an inbound tool. So here we are looking more at an outbound AI sales agent. So here's the code for it. The code will be in the description, so feel free to download the code and play around with it. And if you have any questions, let us know about it. So let's get started. So what have we got here? So most of it looks pretty much like the same code for inbound calls. And there are some differences. We're using Cursor here. Cursor is a great browser if you want AI input. So if you haven't tried out, I'll definitely recommend it, especially for newbies. So looking at the code, what have we got here? We start here with the imports. So we are importing some of the essential packages. We import Twilio. We need credentials for that. We'll look at that later. And then we get started with the code here. We have a system message, which talks about like what the sales agent would be talking about. And then we selected the voice of Alloy. OpenAI now has multiple voices. It started with, I think, 3 voices, but now there are more than that. So we've chosen Alloy, which is one of the most popular one. But you can go to the OpenAI real-time playground, play around with different voices, and select a different one. And then there are a few log event types. And then here's where the magic is starting now. So first of all, we are connecting here with the incoming call hook. So this is where the connection happens. And once the call is connected, then it goes to the media stream. And that's where everything else happens. So here we initialize a session, and then we also have code for sending the initial conversation. So when the sales agent connects, they have to say something. So what would they say? And that's here. And just to go over this stuff, like if you're wondering, how do you come up with different things with real-time API? Let's say if you want the bot to talk first or things like that, you refer to their docs here, and let's go to the docs and see where they have these things like conversation.item create is used if you want the conversation to be created or initialized by the bot. That's here are the specifications for it, which you use here. So that's what we've used here, and that's how we get the bot to talk first. And then we have some code for handling interruptions. So now this is very helpful. I've seen a lot of examples of real-time API code where they don't have the interruption, any kind of code to deal with interruptions, and it doesn't look good. So this code that we have here helps you to deal with any kind of interruptions. And then we deal with any the messages that are coming from the OpenAI WebSocket, and there are different ways to handle and deal with them. And then the most interesting part is coming up at the end, where we give it the code to actually make the call, get started. So we have this one code for handling any incoming message from Twilio. We had before that there was a code to deal with the incoming messages from OpenAI. And here is the code to start a call. So this is how you would write it out. And it's very simple. You just give some of these parameters, and you give the user phone number and the Twilio number, and there you go. And this, to understand it more, you can go to Twilio docs and read more about how the calls can be made. And what we're using is client.calls.create. So we're using this format so you can learn from there. So yeah, that is all the code. And now we are going to go and look at the demo.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thanks.
That's wonderful to hear. Have you ever considered enhancing your natural beauty through plastic surgery?
Yes, I have. I've been considering getting some PRP injections.
PRP injections are an excellent choice. They use your body's own platelets to rejuvenate your skin, promoting collagen production and natural healing. This can lead to a more youthful
Can
appearance.
I book a session next Monday at 3 p.m.?
Absolutely. I can help with that. Let me go ahead and check the availability for next Monday at 3 p.m. May I have your name and contact details to secure your appointment?
All right. So here it was. So it talks to you, it gets the details, it even gets your name and other details. And then you can create a system, like probably a Google Sheet, or integrate with other systems where those details can go. So maybe that's something we can look in future. So if you want us to look at that in future videos, let us know. But yeah, that was it. If you want access to the code, feel free to go to the link in the description and let us know what you want us to work on next.